Yo, peace family. Welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video, we will be talking about the truth. Truth Tuesday, y'all. Listen, we're going to be talking about the AI scam network, right? That just got shut down, but trust me, there's still going to be more cyber criminals and stuff like that out there, right? We're also going to talk about CERN being shut down, and we're going to talk about 20 million kids using AI. Now, every source that I got is an accredited source. I am currently using Perplexity Pro, and remember, Perplexity Pro cites its sources. It's the only large language model that does that, the only AI that does that. So let's go ahead and see this real quick, just so I can make sure I show you guys what actually happened. All right, so take a look at this picture, you guys. So this picture is a picture in South Asia, you guys. Look at this. Look how many people have been using AI, Google, Gemini, and Starlink, you guys, to do mass deception, right? So the AP and Frontline found that AI tools like OpenAI, Google, and Starlink Internet are powering industry scale fraud from Southeast Asia scam compounds. The FTC estimate fraud cost Americans nearly $200 billion in 2024. The AP found no evidence the companies acted illegally, but said patterns of abuse raise accountable questions. The findings come after a March industry accord and June DOJ led disruption week that led to 63 arrests and Meta disabling 1.4 million scam links. 1.4 million scam links, you guys. So this is what the team looks like, right? So like I said, we will continue to have people that continue to do mass deception, mass scams, right? This could be like somebody using your synthetic voice, right? From getting your data from Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, right? And calling a loved one, right? This could be a phishing email, right? Just like how they took out 1.4 million scam link accounts, right? This could be an email to get any type of information from you, right? So make sure you're checking your email. This can also be text messages now, right? This could be notifications that pop up on your phone, right? This could be packages being sent to your house, right? There's never been a time, right, where we had this much technology and we're able to do just as much bad, just as much as we could do good with it, right? So, wow, this is a big photo, right? I think there's 63 people in here. Looks like there's more, right? But that was the first thing, you guys. So let's go ahead and stop sharing that. All right. So with that being said, now we know that. Now, right? CERN. Let's go ahead and talk about CERN and what's going on with CERN. So if for those that don't know about CERN, right, they're having their largest shutdown, right? On Monday, ending a 18-year operation that includes the landmark of 2012 discovering the Higgs boson. They're doing a $1.5 billion upgrade. This will transform the machine into a high luminous LHC, increasing the rate of particle collision by up to 10-fold, right? The ramp collider is scheduled to begin operations in 2030, you guys. Okay, now let's talk about this because we can ask follow-up questions, right? And the follow-up question I was asking was, what was the last time this was shut down? The last time the CERN particle collider was shut down was in 2018, right? So if we connect the dots, right, it was shut down from 2018 to 2022. What happened during that time, right? COVID, you guys, right? A lot of things happened actually from people joining the military. A lot of people are dying. People are trying to break out the matrix. There's so much happening, right? So now that it's shut down, I just have to ask you guys something, right? It's not based off of what's happening around you. It's based off of what you decide what you want to see in your reality, right? Now, the conspiracy theorists will tell you that this is not a particle collider, right? Now I'm just a random guy on YouTube, but they will say that it opens portals, right? And partially a little bit of me kind of believes that, you guys. They've been trying to open portals up everywhere. And now people on social media are also saying these military bases, right, are actually hiding portals that keep popping up, right? Now, all this is just speculations, right? It's not out there yet, but a conspiracy theory can have his conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? So buckle up, get ready, because these next couple years until 2030, we already heard it, right? We were already going through our financial reset, right? And we are going through certain changes economically right now, right? So until 2030 hits right now, you have to make sure that you're choosing the reality that you want to see. Do you want to see a reality of just pure unconditional love, right? I'm not talking about the love that has all these conditions on it. I'm talking about pure unconditional love into your life, right? I think we can all agree on that as people, right? Because we all, I'm not gonna say we all have kids, right? But we all have a mom and a dad, and we all have somebody that probably looks up to us or we look up to, right? At the end of the day, it's all love, right? Because everything else, right? That's demonic, right? That's not love, right? So if we think about it, right? What reality do you want to see, right? You got more power to control based off of what is happening in your mind, because it's not really what's happening to you. It's about how you think about what's happening to you. That becomes your reality, right? So you guys get to choose that last one, right? Whew, check this out. About 13 million children have reported using AI for homework, while 1 in 10 said they seek AI advice on personal worries, right? The findings were released ahead of the United States Global Diagnosis of AI Government set to convene in Geneva on July 6th through 7th. So this is something that they're continuously talking about. And this is something that I am very interested in too, because it's just like, what's going to happen to the school year, right? This is the year that everything changes with the school system. I truly believe, because the same way that they were teaching us does not need to be the same way that we need to be learning now. But also, right, these kids, right, they're moving way faster than the teachers and the adults, because they don't even have the energy to actually comprehend what's happening, because they're too distracted by what's happening probably in their own life right now. So I'm sharing this with everybody to realize that, listen, the kids are the future, right? If they're already using this, right, it takes leaders like you and I, people that are watching this, that want to make a better reality for themselves, right, to speak up and say something, or even do your own research. So even now, today's date is the, where we at? The 30th of June, the last day of the month, right? For myself, right? Just because we know about the scammers, we know about how much AI is going to take influence in the rest of our lives, right? And especially in our kids' lives, right? So for me, it's just a couple of things. I have a couple of missions, but it's serving people that are usually underserved, right? The kids that have autism, the kids that are on the spectrum, right? And just kids in general, right? If you are under the age of 25, your cortex is not fully developed, right? The decision making center of your brain. So what that really means, right? When you're using a Chat GPT or a Gemini or a Grok, these are the most persuasive things on the planet, right? And if you're a child, like you are literally a kid, and you're not literally orchestrating these large language models, right, to be an income generating revenue machine, right, just to get the finances out the way, then asking it to how to get closer to God, right, or whatever you believe in, right? Design me a plan I can create a solution in my life, because there's one thing about just talking about it. Everybody talks about it. Everybody has something to say in the comment section, but who's actually doing the studying? Who's actually doing the critical work, and who's building the skills still? There's still a number of people, right, still building these technical skills like myself. I'm going in the 12-week program to do the cyber warrior course, right? Just so I can understand how the cybersecurity of AI actually works, you guys. So this is something I've been doing since 2020, when we had our big shift, right? So even though we know, right, if we're gonna have a big shift, right, within This year, 2026, definitely 2027, 2028, and 2029. What can you do as the individual? Can you learn any more skills, right? The most valuable skills going into these next couple years, right? Communication, right? Emotional intelligence, right? Community leadership, right? Health, positivity, right? Thought leaders, right? Economically sound thought leaders, right? And of course, using AI to your advantage, because guess what AI is? AI is merely a thought amplifier. So if we are currently letting all these children, right? I don't know if how old you are, but I'm 28, right? If I had AI 10 years ago, right? Hey, what's the answer to this test, right? I wouldn't even ask it in a certain way, like, hey, help me build a study plan, right? Because it can give you two of those answers. But based off of those answers, right? What does that type of answer make you as a person, right? Because it's not about what you do, it's not about what you have, it's about who you get to be in this amazing life, right? And the people that understand this and the people that take advantage of this, right? These were the people that will continue to separate themselves from everybody else that's kind of just watching the show go on, right? And for the people that are kind of just watching the show called life, right? This is your sign. This is your time to wake up, right? To start realizing that your brain, right? Your own thinking, your own thought process is the strongest supercomputer on this planet, right? Your thoughts carry energy, right? It carries a frequency and a signature of light, right? Every single thought, right? If your thoughts are carrying energy, then whenever you speak to other people, right? They say this in ancient texts, right? Life and death is in the tongue. You can speak life into people, and life for me is that unconditional love, or you speak death. Everything else besides unconditional love is death, right? So, what are we going to do as individuals in a household, right? As parents, as community leaders, as people that want to see a positive difference on this planet, right? You have more power than you realize, right? Don't be scared of the future. We've been building in the present, right? And I have a gift for you guys. Like we were supposed to do this yesterday, but we're going to do it today, anyways, right? So, check this out. So every single time, right, I am creating music. The music is based off of a frequency of love, intentionality, power, empowerment, and purpose. So this song is called Truth, and this is a song that I remixed off of Suno. And I want you guys to hear this song because I think it I think it's going to pull your heartstrings, and it's also going to kind of wrap it around like everything that we're currently all going through together. Here we go. Listen to this, guys.
Yeah, 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 that's the truth. You know it when you hear it, cause it sounds like the truth. They don't want you connected, they rather see you confused. But your spirit knows the difference. Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, 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 that's the truth. You are abundant, you are limitless too. Every time I talk to God, I feel it breaking through. Deep inside my soul, I hear. Yeah, that's the truth. Wake up to the truth. There's a voice inside your heart that's been talking and you've been told what to think, been told what to do. But the light inside your spirit keeps shining through. 10 toes down, never fold, never lose. You can't take my crown, that's something I refuse. Got a mission in my soul, got a purpose to pursue. Listen, we ain't gonna play the rest of that song. You guys can check the rest of that song on my YouTube channel
Or also on Suno AI, you guys. Listen, truth unifies, it never defies. Let me say that one more time. Truth unifies, it never divides, right? A lot more people are starting to wake up. A lot more people are starting to realize what's actually happening because they have all the information literally at their fingertips, right? Make sure you guys are using this technology so this way you're able to use and learn this technology rather than letting this technology use and use you in the future, right? Because like we said a long time ago, right? I think it was a couple months ago, right? Um, these models are very, very persuasive, right? And if you're a parent, right? If you're a leader and you see somebody that's younger than 25 using AI, like talk to them, right? This is your responsibility, right? Because you had the ability to listen all the way to the end of this video. Thank you so much for listening. But now we have the ability, right, to be a light in that child's eyes that thinks they know everything. Right? Because I know I used to also that young, but at the same time, right? We don't know anything, right? Because the more you know, they say, the more you, the less you actually know. So this universe is so big and so vast, right? I hope you got some value out of this video. Once again, my name is Kasim Satar. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with somebody that you love and that you care about. The future is in your hands. I'll see you guys in the next video.